welcome to Brittany Bug Creations. You can go to www.brittanybugsins.com if you'd like to support my channel. Also, you can get the Golden Nuggets mug and also the leggings that I'm wearing here in the sports bra 333 Buzzin. You can go ahead and get those on the website. Just go to the shop catalog and you can just go to the leggings section and go and get those leggings if you would like to go ahead and continue on the same journey that I'm on. And, support us. That's like, I need a sisterhood. All right, y'all. Like and subscribe. I appreciate it. I'll also post the link for the outfit and the mug in the description below. Hey, y'all. This is your girl, Brittany from Brittany Bug Creations. So I want to touch on the topic of generational curses and how to go from being a scapegoat to generational curse breaker. So, as most of you know, usually the scapegoat is the child that basically receives the brunt of all the toxicity from whatever said family of origin they come from. Usually it's a toxic family dynamic. And everybody's assigned certain roles. You have the good one, you have the good child, the hero, whatever. Then you have the one that basically gets ignored. Then you may have people alternate roles at different times. But most of the time, the scapegoated child is usually the one that is the most normal, the most authentic, the one that tells the truth, the whistleblower. And as you know, with the whistleblowers, as what happens in today's culture and governments, is that as soon as a whistleblower gets out there and exposes the truth, guess what? They get yanked off the stage real quick and silenced in today's culture. All right, so we're going to touch on the topic of narcissism. And usually when you have a narcissist at the head of any type of group or unit like that, usually the scapegoat serves as the trash can, the dumpster for all things wrong with said family unit, so that nobody has to take any responsibility for their parts, their flaws, and their issues, their trauma. And so said folks will, not want to carry their own cross. They go, oh, this is heavy. Let me just toss it on the set. Oh, there we go. Feels so much better. Their fault. And therefore, that person, basically that child, that scapegoat will now receive the brand of that insecurity. Whatever that projection was, they'll be branded as the one having the issue when it never came from them. It was always from the person it originated from. It was always theirs. And so, in that dynamic, typically what happens is that usually the head controller, narcissist or whatever, will goad all the other participants in the unit, codependents in the unit, to go and, attack or whatever, and everybody's to unload any type of ridicule or whatever, shame, whatever the insecurity or whatever is, everybody's to project all of their stuff onto said person. And have them as the outcast, as them as the sacrificial lamb. And it doesn't matter how authentic, and no matter how much, a scapegoat can do this and do that and perform, it'll never be accepted, because the whole point is there was never no intention to really accept you into that. You are always going to be functioning as that, because now you are not functioning as the tool that they, that they can need or use in their, in any other agenda for them. You don't make them look good. You don't make them shine. You don't prop them up or whatever. If anything, you expose and live in a reality that they don't want to live in. They don't want to accept the reality of says, their conditions, of their issues, their traumas, and so forth. So they look for somebody to dump on. It's like basically when somebody's in a domestic partnership, a domestic violence situation, that domestic violence, that person that's, committing the domestic violence, they're going to always make the victim or whatever. And I really don't like using victim. They're going to make whoever is the recipient of that, responsible for their, hurts. It's basically, a person having a fight with themselves. So, but they're just assigning, an entity, a body, so that they can punch one, basically, in all the words. You're just a teddy bear that won't function the way they want you to function. You the tool that's not working properly. So now we're going to bang it and get mad at it. That's what it is. So In that case, basically in that case, you know, this is what they're working with. They're working with a series of gaslighting, and gaslighting is basically somebody trying to tell you, it's raining when they're pissing on you. You can be like, hold up, you just did this. Then they're trying to convince you that, oh, I didn't. Oh, you just, it's in your mind, or they'll actually make up some events, or some, make up some extra stuff that never happened, and throw it in and give you some word solid stuff that don't make any sense to try to throw you off of your reality, throw you off of what you just saw. you know Gaslighting. And if you come from an origin of being in a dynamic like that, a unit that's like that, then you're basically being highly indoctrinated and trained. You know, ooh, it's a mirage. Ooh, you were getting sleepy. Let's put you back to sleep. You didn't see anything. No. So when that's in your background, and if a child is coming up in that, what are they supposed to do? They have no other context to bounce back on. So usually, once the scapegoat realizes what's going on, they realize that that doesn't matter what they do, it's never going to it's never going to work. It's always you're never going to escape that role. And you begin to get stronger and trusting your own intuition. Sticking to your guns. And when you do that and you start distancing yourself, from said dynamics, groups, and and like I say, if it starts within the family unit of origin, then it primes that person to be set up for a lifetime of that. And so now that scapegoat basically is tasked with the task of trying to undo everything, having to deprogram, having to unlearn everything that was taught, everything that was basically thrown on them. You have to basically rewire your mind to see and know what the heck is going on, which means that you almost can't rely on the people in your environment to deflect anything valid to you. What you're seeing, which reality is never going to be validated. So you basically have to lean into your intuition, and it doesn't matter how many people try to come against you to try to tell you, oh, go back to sleep. This is a mirage. This is a mirage. You're crazy. Your task is not to follow. You see what it is. You see a snake, and you see snaky behavior. You start detecting, like underlying hostility. Because when you're dealing with narcissistic individuals, it'll go from, it's the love bombing thing. I love you. I hate you. I love you. I hate you. You know what I'm saying? And the I love you comes to try to get you to, to get whatever they want out of you. And then when you don't do it, I hate you. Or they start to devalue you as much as possible. I hate you. Because they really have, you're nothing but just a tool. And when the tool no longer validates them, or they can't get nothing out the tool, I hate you. I bang, bang, bang. I need you to work. That's all you are. You're nothing but a checker piece to be used. That's it. So you're not seen as a person in that dynamic. So eventually, when you realize that, you start to disengage altogether. You start falling back from different individuals. You don't go and have no tit for tat back and forth with them or nothing like that. You stop caring. You stop engaging with them because it doesn't change. And once you go through that stage of you disengaging, what they're going to do is send flying monkeys, which are people that are still affiliated with you and with them, as a way of having access and contact to you, to get information as to what's going on in your life, so they can know how, figure out how they can try to thwart any type of positive things you're doing for yourself, to throw you off. They basically are trying to steer over into your lane. How can they throw you off of your lane, out of your lane? And basically, the easiest way to deal with that is to basically make sure that you are focused on your goals. Starve them of attention, starve them of any type of interaction, reaction. Just start shutting folks out your life. Start eclipsing them out your life. And if you're in a situation where you can't escape right away, start planning your exit strategy, and you don't tell nobody about it. Just go ahead and start planning your exit strategy to independence, self-sufficiency, and all of that, so that you're not codependent or needing them for anything. And it may be a slow and grueling process initially in the beginning, having to deal with that. But the important thing is that you begin to use, if you don't have access to, to people that support you, or, you're not attracting those types of individuals, you're getting nothing but narcissists. Your burden is to basically go and do the research as to what scapegoating is, narcissism. Go and look into the book called 48 Laws of Power, so you can know how to navigate dealing with said individuals and so forth. Even if you gotta play partially the role just to get by and learn it. This basically when somebody is a neurodivergent, autism or something, and they have to, or somebody has Asperger's and or what you call Asperger, that's that syndrome called Asperger syndrome. And they have to really learn people's expressions, what they mean. So basically, you're learning a whole, dialect. You're learning you have to basically learn how to talk narcissists and all the words. Learn how to taken away. If you're gonna be in close proximity or in it, so you can navigate. So you can navigate safely, without you turning into a food source. So that's a good book to really get into and look up, study, and it's basically start planning your strategy. And once you are out of that dynamic, completely, make sure that you in any way do not falter on your, and be up on your back needing help. Help me. Stay self-sufficient as much as possible. Learn how to, be the jack of all trades, in other words. Whatever you don't learn or whatever, try to find a way to do it that does not include them. You asking or leaning on them, because any type of help from them, it's always going to be strings attached. You're going to have to go through some suffering for any type of assistance that you're going to get from them. And on top of that, the whole goal would be to put you right back to sleep and to make sure you never wake back up again. It's like being in the Matrix. Don't ever, you're going to stay here. And it's going to be that much harder for you to get out. So once you get to that point, you continue to cut off contact, fall back, don't engage, keep it very simple, keep it very brief, and it basically, you don't let nobody disrespect you. Call it out as you need, and keep it simple. Don't get emotional. Don't get into a back and forth. They want to argue. Okay, you got it. Whatever. Let it be that, and continue living your life. Live your life, and do not engage. Continue to, if you can, once you begin to heal and you get yourself out that type of environment, you begin to heal, then quite naturally you start noticing all the other controllers, all the other narcissists in your life, and you will begin to quite naturally apply the same thing, the same rubric to them as well. To start fall back, retract all your energy. Do not turn it into a feeding source for a parasite in any way, form, or fashion. And which basically means set proper boundaries. Also pour into yourself. Make yourself a priority by means of investing in your goals, your dreams, your hobbies. And if you need to rest, go ahead and rest. If you need to have a good time, protect your right to have fun and have a good time. And if you're around people that are, trying to disturb you in any type of way, or you're around narcissists that are trying to, in any way, trying to disturb anything you got going on, throw you off your path, then you know what to do. Go ahead and, if you need to extricate yourself from the environment temporarily, go somewhere far, far away, so you can go ahead and, do your thing or whatever. Start also looking at, potentially, making your exit, making a permanent exit strategy. It always defaults back to the same thing. And again, continue to invest in yourself. Keep being authentic, because your energy is your wealth. Okay. And, look at it like as your energy as currency. If you have you're focused on point on your goals, and you're focused on getting all of that done, and what I'm saying, enjoying and really fully putting yourself into it, doing it with all of your heart, then wealth is going to come and hit you like that. It's not going to take much. It's not going to take much at all. Just like you see how people, some of the most, influential people are those who, are just happy being themselves, They, you just literally make it a thing where you being you just brings all, brings all of your abundance. Means everything that you need to you by you focusing on your happiness, your goals, bringing value to wherever you are, to the people around you, to, just being you, just shine bright. You just have to shine bright regardless. And that's how you break those generational curses. You recognize what's going on, and you take the time out to heal. You make sure that you start cutting out people that are draining your energy, that are stealing your life force, people that are, basically, I would say, stealing from you. In other words, you cut off all of that. You cut off all the parasites, and you'll notice how your energy comes back. All of it, begins to grow, and then whatever you're putting your hands to is going to, it's basically like whatever you're creating, you have to nurture it, but have fun doing it. Truly love yourself, love on you, and take time out for you. Pamper yourself, because ain't nobody else gonna do it. Ain't nobody else gonna do it. All right, so that's all I got for y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here, and y'all, bye.